Hi everyone, welcome to Crafting by the Bay. My name is JC and today I'm going to share with you some of my most favorite items from my husband's Etsy shop. So I hope you join me. I'm going to get the keyword set up and then share this into my free VIP group. If you are not in my VIP group, you want to be. That's where I have specials, deals, giveaways, insider information. So you are just going to type VIP in the comments right here and I'm going to send you a private message where a link to my VIP will be, and then also if you type either VIP or window, you will get the link with today's supplies. All right, let me make sure that is on. All right. Hi, Amy. How are you? Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful day. All right, we are going to, oh, I didn't share this into Facebook. Let me share this really quick. I'm going to share this into my VIP group. If I have time, after this, if I have time, we're going to First Responders baseball game tonight. Well, it's First Responders night. And so we're going over there. And the game starts at 7 and we're leaving here at 6:15. If I have time after this live, I'm going to hop over into my VIP group and do a drawing for Happy Mail for a giveaway that I had over there. So hopefully I have time to do that. But let me share this. Hi, Kim. How are you? I am so glad it's Friday. And you guys, I've been doing really good with my migraine medicine. But today I have a headache. I've had slight headaches here and there, but today it's a little bit more than normal. And so I'm like, no, go away. All right, so I shared that. All right, I'm sort of gonna keep this opened a little bit so I can look at the picture of what I want to paint. I've been wanting to do this one for a while. This is such a fun kit that my husband has on Etsy. I hadn't done it because honestly, it's sort of a lot of pieces. And so I decided to do most of the pieces beforehand. So today's keyword is window, and we are going to do an interchangeable window. So the window is sold separate and you can paint it any way you want. So I pre-painted it and then I didn't assemble it because I want to show you how to assemble it. So I painted it, did what I needed to do to it. I sanded it. I might distress it a little bit, but I'm going to assemble it and show you guys how, so you can refer back to this if you get it. Hi, Linda, how are you today? Like I said, we pre-painted this and I did it in Waverly Snow White, and I actually did 2 coats, and then like I said, I sanded it and like distressed the edges and stuff like that. I painted all the edges and then I sanded it. And so this is an interchangeable piece. So you can paint this any color, you would assemble this, glue it together, and then you buy pieces that you can change out. And so there's quite a few listed in my husband's Etsy shop right now. And so the link today, the keyword is window. And then if you click on that Etsy link, hopefully it works. I tried to link the whole section that has the windows and the add-on. And so the add-on we're gonna do today is Hello Autumn. And yes, it's backwards. I am sorry. Chris is busy and my mic is not charged and it's not working very well. So it's going to be, hi Olivia. So it's going to be backwards. The words will be backwards, but it says Hello Autumn. But I will post a picture in the comments when we are done. So if you have our vintage truck is an interchangeable as well. And it has pieces very similar to these. It's a smaller kit. These pieces for the window are much bigger than the truck pieces. Well, not much bigger, but they're bigger. So I love this. This is pretty fun. So we are going to paint this one today, and I'm going to show you how it works, how to assemble the window, and then how this changes out. So we are gonna start, we're gonna paint this. So I'm actually gonna use this cardboard for like little pieces here. So I'm gonna use masking tape and I'm going to attach the little pieces to the cardboard. It's just easier so they don't move. And so these are pieces, obviously, like I said, that are interchangeable. So I will probably just keep them in like a little Rubbermaid bin. I actually picked some up the other day from Walmart. Let me see. You can get little Rubbermaid bins. You could even get them at the dollar store. But just something to keep these in. All right, let's see. The other pieces. All right, so we're gonna stick this over here. This one we are going to do, let me see what we're gonna do. Okay, so this is just a spacer, so we are not gonna paint that. We're not gonna paint the spacer, but we are gonna paint the front of this one and this one. So we're gonna paint these two Waverly chalk paint in hazelnut. Hi Pat, how are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you guys could hit the share button, the heart button, make sure you comment. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna put these on here. I think these are the only two. I'm looking over there at a picture so I know what colors I was doing. So most of these have some kind of scoring on it so you know where to put the other accessories. It just helps it just makes it a little bit easier so you're not guessing where to put everything. If there's a spacer, it will say spacer. Like I said, it's just to help you so you're not guessing where to put everything. You can really use any kind of paint when doing these. I like Waverly chalk paint. That is what you're gonna see me use the most, but you can absolutely use whatever you like. And I know a lot of you already get orders from my husband, so thank you, we appreciate it. Whoops, there's a chunk. Okay, this had a little bit more on it than I wanted, so I'm just getting the extra off. So this, I believe this one was hazelnut. And most of the time, I only have to do one coat with the Waverly. If it's like white or a cream, depending on what it is, sometimes I do two. I did do two on the window itself because I knew I wanted to sand it a little bit, so I did do 2 coats on that. All right, so that one is done. Oh, I left my cup of water. Let me grab it really quick. I had a cup of water and left it at the sink. And I do not want my paintbrushes to dry up. All right, so that was hazelnut. So I'm just going to move things up as I go. And so now this back one, I'm gonna see, most of it is probably gonna be covered, but not all of it, I don't think. Let me see. Actually, that's gonna go there. So that is gonna show. All right, so I'm going to have to do a little bit, I'm gonna have to do orange on some of the back of this. So I'm gonna do pumpkin, and there you are. Hi, Brenda. Sorry if I missed you guys hopping on. All right, so we're gonna paint the back of this pumpkin because I know a little bit of this is gonna show. Let me see if my bird is completely gonna cover that. Yes, that is. And then that is completely gonna cover that. So basically in the stem is completely gonna cover it. So really we only have to focus right down here. This part is not gonna show either. So we'll just do a little bit of it. If you wanted to paint it all, just in case, you absolutely could, but you definitely don't have to. But like I said, part of this is definitely gonna show. And then there's score lines to show you where to put everything else. And anything that's really not gonna show, I'm not gonna paint the spacer, but it's all up to you. If you wanted to paint everything, you absolutely could. And I got out gloves because we're going to a game and I don't want to be covered in paint, and then I forgot to put them on. But what did everyone do today? Did anyone do anything fun? We went to Sam's and got a few things. I needed some laundry soap. Then we went to Walmart. Now obviously we're home and I had to do some painting to get ready for the live. I did some painting before I went to Walmart, some finished pieces that I'm thinking about. I don't know. I don't know if I might put them on Etsy. I don't know. But I was working on some finished pieces. Hi, Julie, how are you? All right, I just decided to paint this whole thing, even though it's the backer. I don't know, there's just something about not having it done. It probably would bug me. So tonight we have, you guys, I don't know if it's AAA. I don't know, but we have a baseball team right here in our backyard, basically. It's like 10 minutes away. And so we are going there tonight. They actually are having fireworks as well. And it's first responders night, but I'm a little bummed because Nacy and Carter are both working tonight, so they don't get to go, but Jacob has off, so we're going. Aw, you kept your 3-year-old grandbaby.
He's not a first responder.
Who's not?
Jacob.
Yes, he is.
Not a first responder.
Okay, so we also, where did my picture go? There we go. All right, so now we need to do, let's move all these over. So tomorrow was gonna be their engagement party, but we changed it because when she set the date, we didn't realize, well, we weren't even thinking that it is a holiday weekend and hardly anyone was gonna be in town. So we changed their engagement party, which gave me a little bit more time to get things together for it. All right, so I'm just continuing with the pumpkin for the top pieces of the pumpkin. And I'm just using some paintbrushes that I got off my DIY website a while ago. They had them like super cheap. Super cheap. and you guys, I don't know if you know this, but I went in, well, I never really paid attention, but I went into Walmart today, and I'm having a workshop here at my home next Friday. But I went in there today to get some paintbrushes. I needed a few more, and because I'm working on some bigger 16-inch rounds that I'm probably gonna put on Etsy as finished pieces. But they had a craft roller in there for like $1. And so I picked it up and was able, like I did my window that we're using today. I did that with like a little craft roller, and then they sell like refill little foam rollers. Have you guys seen that? I mean, obviously I know they have regular ones for regular painting in your home, but I've never paid attention because I'm always just looking for paintbrushes. So I've never paid attention that they actually had like actual craft ones. Hi Margie, happy Friday to you. All right, I think I'm out of paint on my lid. So this is the center of the pumpkin, and it has the scored heart on here, so you know where to put the heart. And today's keyword is window, and there are several window inserts right now on Etsy that Chris has, but there will always be adding new ones as they become available. A lot of our files we buy, and so as new ones become available, we'll add new ones. What did I miss? Oh, you're gonna go to your camp for the weekend, Linda. Enjoy. That sounds so fun and relaxing. I could go for that. Chris and I could use that. Yeah, we had to go to Walmart and stuff, and then we had to go to Sam's for laundry detergent and stuff, and we're like, oh my gosh. Well, I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many people out, and Chris is like, yeah, it's a 3-day weekend for most people, and I'm like, oh. I was like, our weeks are like 7-day weeks. 7-day-a-week weekends, because he's home and every day runs together, and I just don't even know half the time what day it is, what's going on. All right, we are gonna do, it's called lacquer. Hopefully I have enough. We're gonna do the Hello Autumn and the hearts in this lacquer, but I don't know if I have enough or if it's too thick. If it is, we're gonna use crimson. We're gonna see. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to use that. So we're gonna use crimson. This one is dried up. So we'll just use crimson. So we're gonna do Hello Autumn in crimson and the hearts. It's so much brighter than I wanted, but it's all right. All right, let's see. I'm running out of paint brushes. Well, I guess we can use the smaller paintbrushes. Actually, I'm wondering, maybe I will use, there goes my chalk. Maybe I will use, I think I'm gonna use Cabernet. What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna use Cabernet because I want it to be a little bit darker. So I'm gonna use my chalk actually. And we're gonna do Cabernet, oh yeah, I didn't want super bright red. I wanted more of like a fall red. So this is going to be perfect. What do you guys think? Cabernet is such a pretty color, and this lacquer is a lot like it, but it's all dried up. I mean, I couldn't tell you the last time I used it, probably last year at this time or last Christmas. I don't even know. So yes, you can paint with chalk. This chalk is what I usually use with my transfers or my stencils. But you can actually paint with it as well. And this is just gonna dry to a hard matte finish, just like my paint. So it will be perfect. And this says, Hello Autumn. I know it's gonna be backwards for you guys because I couldn't flip my phone today. Good choice of color. Thanks. I love this color. And I definitely, to me, the crimson was it's more of a Christmassy color, a Christmassy red than a fall red. And I definitely wanted more of a fall red. And I really like to do these letters with a foam brush, or a sponge, but I do have some sponges down there, and I should have, like little dauber sponges, I should have grabbed some, but I wasn't thinking. You guys can see this is an easy paint. It's not hard. There are obviously quite a few little pieces, but it's very easy to paint. A lot of these cutouts from my husband's Etsy shop are very easy to paint. There are some that have a lot of little pieces. But for the most part, it's a lot like this, just very easy. So I just want to make sure I got it all. All right, and then I have this heart for the middle of the pumpkin. And of course, the last couple days had been so nice. Didn't sweat when you walked outside. And then today's a little bit warmer. And of course, the ball game obviously is outside. So hopefully by the time we go at 6:15, hopefully it will be cool enough where me and my hot flashes are gonna be okay. This is such a pretty color. All right, so that's Cabernet, so pretty. I do not want to get that on anything that's white. So I think I want to do, all right, I don't want to get that on there. So I'm going to do a little bit of this. Oh, that one on there. All right, so I did one leaf on there, that color. I keep looking over there because I'm looking at a picture to give me inspiration, and I'm not sure. Let me see. All right, now I'm gonna go to, this is King's Gold. I didn't have a chalk color or like a Waverly color in chalk paint, so I'm gonna use this King's Gold for the sunflower, and then the other two leaves. Jane, yeah, it's awful. However, I did just get a new, I think it's called Vioza. And because I cannot have any I can't have any hormones because of a blood clot in my stomach before. And so I couldn't have any kind of hormone replacement. And so, you guys, this is why I don't like acrylic, because it just doesn't cover very well. But I didn't have, oh, I actually had a chalk I could have used. Anyway, so I couldn't have anything hormonal wise for hot flashes after my full hysterectomy. And then I had to go to the hematologist because of my blood clot to make sure and basically beg them to let me go on something. And they're like, absolutely not, sorry, the blood clot you had was just too, no, it was too serious. And so, but he said that his cancer patients, his breast cancer patients, there's a new drug called Veoza that he puts them on for hot flashes, and it works really, really well. And so to ask my doctor if he would put me on that, and they did. And so I've been on that for a couple weeks now, and it does definitely help. It hasn't fully like taken them away, but it's definitely helping. All right, so this one, I'm gonna like sort of brush around the edges of this one. Or maybe I'll just sort of dry brush the whole thing. I wanna give this one like a multi-look, however you wanna say it. All right, and then I think I'm also gonna do the leaf, and then it's got the mixed colors, and so that's gonna be pretty. I think I'm gonna mix a little bit of Cabernet with this one as well. That was it. Oh, I think I'm gonna do the birds' noses in the same color, but I need to switch to a very tiny paintbrush. Let me see. Oh my gosh, do I have it right here? All right, I'm gonna do the birds' noses in the same color, but I'm gonna switch to a tiny paintbrush. And then I'm gonna do the little beak in this color. And the beak is scored, so you know where the beak is. And these paintbrushes, these little ones, I just got these packs at the dollar store. And they have like the littlest paintbrushes in there. I think they have a couple different options, but these are like super, super tiny. But when you hop on, say hello, let me know you are there. The keyword today is window, and you can get this set on my husband's Etsy shop. And I'm gonna show you how I pre-painted the window, but I didn't assemble it because I wanted to show you guys how to assemble the window. But when you order the window from Etsy, you'll get a message too with the instructions for that. But I wanted to show you so you could refer back here. And then remember, I always upload these videos to YouTube. So if you can't find it here, Facebook removes them after like 30 days here now. Facebook does, so they'll always be over on YouTube. Hopefully YouTube doesn't come up with any weird new rules like that. Hi Anne, how are you? Okay, let me see. All right, so now I just want to take this brush that we used with the Cabernet, and I'm gonna just sort of like dry brush this leaf just like that so just gonna dry brush the leaf just a little bit with that. Okay, so now we just have to do a couple more things. So this is gonna be brown, so that's gonna be brown, green, and black. So we just have a couple more things. I'm gonna use moss, and we are gonna paint the greenery, the vine really quick. And then we have our birds, and we have the top of the acorn and the pumpkin stem, and then we can put everything together. So this is Waverly Moss, is this color. It reminds me a lot of our chalk eucalyptus. Okay, and what do you guys think so far? I think it's going to be so pretty. All right, so now we just have to do, this one is truffle. So we're gonna do the middle of the sunflower, and the top of the pumpkin. I don't know if I can get this to stick. I don't know if it will stick on here. So I think for this, for the windows, obviously the window is, you only have to get the window once because you reuse the window over and over. And then obviously these pieces, you would just paint, assemble, and then store when you're not using them. But I think he has this one, a Christmas one, maybe a winter one. I don't know, there's a few on there, I'm not sure. But I know for sure there's a fall one. Obviously there's this one, which is the fall one. And then, all right, so now I just need the black. Christmas one. I don't know, there's more, but I don't know what they are. All right, and now we just have to do the cute little birds. So we are just gonna do these little black birdies, and we're just gonna use Waverly ink. And then we're gonna give them a little eye, and then we're also gonna put some little polka dots on some of our stuff. So Waverly ink for our blackbirds, and he has an eyeball, so you know where to put that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tell though after I paint him, if I'm gonna be able to see where his eyeball is. And this Waverly ink This paint, obviously it's black, but it covers so well. I did a round earlier. I'm doing a Halloween round, and I was amazed at how well this black covered. And I can still see where the little eyeball is supposed to go, which is pretty cool. So I don't have to guess. We're gonna put some polka dots on the acorn and the backer for the Hello Autumn. And also with today's keyword, if you type window, I put the code for my DIY website to get 20% off a $100 order for Labor Day on my DIY website. And then something we're gonna try with Etsy is have a cutout of the week. And so it's going to be a cutout that is already on Etsy, but it will be like a discounted one. Like every week we're gonna try that. Okay, so I'm gonna give him an eyeball. So I'm gonna dry this really quick because I want to give him an eyeball. So I'm gonna hold this up, see if you guys can see it. So when I say things are scored, it's like a little indent so you know where to put things. So you can see like that says spacer. And like this, you can see like it has a heart, so you know where to put the heart. So you can actually still see where the eyeball goes. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but you can actually see, even though I painted over it, where the eyeball goes on there, which is pretty cool. So most of the time you can still see like where everything goes. So if you want to add the little detail, like I'm just going to use the end of my paintbrush and then give him an eyeball, just like that. Right where it was scored. So that was easy. And then I'm actually gonna use, espresso, and I'm gonna do on this backer and here. These are actually a little bit darker than I wanted. I wanted more of a cream, and I should have done a cream. I'm gonna do, these are dry. I'm gonna do some polka dots. I'm just gonna use, where did I do with it? It's behind this. I'm gonna use, should I use truffle, which I used for these? Should I use truffle to do polka dots, or should I use like a cashew, which is like a cream, to do polka dots on here? So a cream or a brown? What do you guys think for this? Polka dots on here, a cream or a brown to match that? You guys let me know what you think. And then after we do the polka dots, we're ready to assemble. And the Christmas one of these is so cute. I can't wait to do that one. So I see brown. Linda says brown. Brown. Okay, well, we're gonna do brown then. So we're just gonna take the end of the paintbrush and we're gonna use brown. I really wish I would have done cashew for those. I think this is a little darker than I would have wanted, I think. I think I should have done, I don't know. I think I would have done this one if I had a do-over. I think I would do cashew. All right, so I'm just gonna put some polka dots on here with the end of my paintbrush. just like that. Obviously, I can't space out very well. They're all different, but it's okay. I'm just randomly putting them everywhere. All right. I think that is going to be good. I want one right there, but there's no room. Okay. You guys told me brown, and I did not do brown. Were you guys yelling at me through the camera, through the phone? I did not do brown. You guys, how did I just do that? I just realized that. I was supposed to do brown polka dots and nobody stopped me. Oh well. Okay, now I gotta dry these. Actually, I'm gonna stick it up there. You guys, oh my gosh. Was anyone yelling at me through the phone saying, JC, you were going to do brown polka dots? Oh my goodness. All right, let's assemble the window. So I pre-painted the window with Waverly Snow White. I only painted the ones that are really gonna show, but so I painted it. I actually painted this, double coated this, and then I sanded it. And so, yes, you were yelling. No, I just wasn't paying attention to what I was doing until I was done. And then I was like, what did I just do? Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna blame it on the headache. Okay, so if you ordered this window, there is going to be this backer. So it's gonna come like this. This backer one, the windows are smaller, okay? The windows are a little bit smaller. This one is gonna be plain. This one is gonna say A. And so if you order this off Etsy, you'll get the instructions. You were saying that's not brown. Yeah, I was not. I was just going at it. And then I was like, wait, what did I just do? So A is gonna go on top and it's gonna make like a little frame, okay? So I'm gonna open this up. So the back one does not say anything. The top one says A. And you guys, I got gloves out because we're going to a game and I didn't want paint all over me, and now I have paint all over me, but it's okay. I can't get this on straight. There we go. All right, so this is Crazy Glue, wood super glue, and so you can use, obviously, your favorite glue, whatever you like. And so this is just gonna fit right over the top, just like a frame. corner to corner. Okay, so just like that. So he said we're yelling about, say, the crazy craft lady who is not doing what she said she was going to do. That's what I'm yelling about. Gosh. All right, so I am going to distress this a little bit. I wanted to distress it after I started to, well, actually, I'm just going to distress it a little bit as I go, I think. All right, so this one is ground espresso, and I'm just gonna go around the edges a little bit. I had sanded it. You're not gonna see all of this, but I don't want like weird looking lines, so I'm just gonna do it all the way around. All right, and now this is the tricky part. All right, so this one says, it's not really tricky. So this is A, and so this says glue to A. So you're gonna glue, I did not paint this because you're not gonna see it, but I did paint all of the edges, okay? So this you are gonna glue to A, and you're just gonna glue it right to the edges, okay? And so, like I said, if you get this on Etsy, you'll get instructions, but you can always refer back to this video. So A, glue to A. So that's what we're doing, glue to A. So just like that. I'm probably gonna glue my fingers together too. Okay, then there are 4 of these guys. Where's the other one? You guys, I can't count. So you're gonna glue, there's 4 of these. You're gonna glue, I am going to glue my fingers together. I absolutely know it. You're gonna glue 2 of these together. And I'm sure you guys know if you glue your fingers together or glue it to the container, pure acetone will take it off. Yes, I know that because I've had to use it. Oh, that one just glued. Oh, you guys, I'm gonna glue them. That one is glued crooked. Hi, Anita, how are you? You guys, I'm going to glue my fingers together. I am. Jane, they are so full of paint or hot glue. And of course I just got paint on there. But I only know where, there's hot, so much, there's a hole in that one. I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, so you are gonna take these and you're gluing those together, okay? Just like that. And now there are 4 panels, okay? There's 4 panels. And I only did the edges. And again, you are gonna glue all of these together. So you're gonna glue all 4 of these together, and it doesn't matter what order. They're all the same, okay? These are all the same. it's your day off. Yay for a day off. I hope you're doing everything you love. If you haven't yet, type the word window into the comments. You get today's supply list. You get my husband's Etsy link. And I believe if I did it right with the Etsy link, it will open up to the whole section with the interchangeable window and all of the interchangeable kits we offer right now. Hi Debbie, that just had some paint build up, so I just wanted to sand that down so it would lay flat. All right, the last one. Yay! It already disappeared, Anita. But I saw you went through your chalk boxes. That's all I saw. I didn't get to see the rest of it because it disappeared because other comments came up. Oh my gosh, I'm going to glue my fingers. All right, so all 4 of these are glued together. And then you're going to glue them onto A, okay? So I know it's backwards, but this it says glue to A. We already obviously glued it to A. A is the frame. Okay, so now we're gonna take this. You guys, I'm so messy. And we're gonna glue it right on top of here, okay? You know what, I'm gonna put this on because then if I glue my fingers together, then I can just slip it right out of here, right? Maybe. What time is it? Do I still have time? 5:30. Okay. Okay. You gonna be back in time? Huh? You just put out some of my Etsy shop projects. Oh, awesome, Robin. Okay, so you guys can see that. It's gonna look like that. You're gonna have all these layers. All right, now you are gonna take this and at the very bottom, I know it's backwards, I'm so sorry. It says front plate, okay? It says front plate on the bottom and you are going to glue that right over top, okay? I scratched it right there. Let me sand that little scratch off. All right, so we're gonna glue this plate right on there. And this, you guys, it's really not that hard to assemble. It's actually really easy. Gotta love super glue. So this piece is reusable. Obviously, you're going to keep this because you're going to reuse it over and over and over and over and over again. So that's why I painted this one a couple times and then I sanded it. You could spray seal it if you want. It's not necessary, but you could. All right, so now you have this box. And the very back part is where the pumpkin piece is going to slide down the little notch on the bottom. So all of them are going to slide in the very back, and then the rest are going to sit right in there. And so now the two straight pieces that we glued together, there is a line right here and a line right here, and you're going to glue those on there. No, I didn't paint them, only the sides, but you can paint them if you want. I didn't because they're not really going to show. You guys, I am going to glue myself to everything. You watch. All right, now we're gonna glue the other one here. The one reason I do not like using super glue on a live. Okay, the last two that you put together, you're gonna put right there. Whoops. And now you're gonna glue your scalloped pieces over top of this. Let me make sure I put them the right way. All right, so one is gonna go this way, so you're gonna glue that there. And you need to put all these pieces so you can slide the pieces in and out. If you don't put all the pieces, then you can't make it interchangeable, if that makes sense. And then you definitely, I probably should have glued this together at the beginning because I definitely want to make sure it is all, the glue is all dry. So our interchangeable piece does not get stuck in there. Wouldn't that be something? We'll have a permanent piece. And we are stuck to the glue. Guys, don't laugh at me, okay? I knew that was gonna happen. We knew that was gonna happen. That's why we put on the glove. Oh my goodness. You guys, I can't. All right, so our window is now all together. Hopefully there's no extra glue anywhere. And so I'm just going to take, I'm gonna distress this. Okay, so here is our window, okay? So that's where you're gonna slide in the bottom piece, and then the other pieces go up there. So what do you guys think? Was that too hard to put together? Hopefully you're better. Hopefully you're better with super glue than I am. So now let's glue together. Let's glue together all of these pieces really fast. I guess we can just use that right on here. All right, let's glue our spacer. So you need the spacer so it sticks up. Okay, that super glue is like getting to my eyes. you guys think? Do you like it? You love it, Robin? Thank you. Oh, actually, let me do this one first. Does anyone else with super glue have like a stuck? You guys, I'm so embarrassed. At least it's stuck on there and not on me, right? Maybe I shouldn't use as much glue. So I'm just putting these, it tells me everywhere to put these. Oh, I was like, where is my little heart? There are marks everywhere, so I don't have to guess where to put anything, which is super nice. All right, so you see we put this spacer here because if not, it's not the same level. I love it. It's so cute. Oops, all right, I'm gonna use just a little bit of hickory smoke. Oops. On these darker pieces. You like it too? Thank you. You use wood glue. Does it, I have wood glue, but mine doesn't dry like immediately, so then I can't hold it up for you guys. And like, so that's my only thing. But maybe I should just start using wood glue. I know you guys tell me about different glues all the time and I need to like look them up. It's just, I like to use something that's permanent so you guys can see the finished. Like if I use something like E6000, then I can't like hold it up and you guys see the actual finished piece. And then I always, unless I know for sure, I always put the glue like on the back of these because it might not cover the whole part. And then if I put glue all the way over that, like I knew where the heart was, it was gonna cover it. Like I wanna make sure if I put glue there that, oh my gosh, it didn't cover it all, now I got glue everywhere. So isn't it so cute? You guys, like I said, I've been wanting to do, now I just got glue over there. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I was like, if I paint the window and everything on the live, it's gonna take forever. So today I had some time, so I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead, paint the window beforehand. All right. So this goes there. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of the silver. I should have done it before I put it on, but around the bird. And the heart. Okay. Now, I'm gonna do Oh, see, I just put some on there though, and I don't think. All right, so then you're just gonna line that up with the stem. And then we're gonna put the sunflower right in the middle. I have everything stuck to me. Oops, I don't know if there's enough glue on that. You guys, this is so cute. All right. We have to I have so much glue on my fingers. All right, so this bird is gonna go right there. I might have to get another glue. There's actually still a lot in the bottom, but I'm afraid I am gonna get it. Oh, there we go. That was a lot. All right. So let's let that, oh, you guys, that glued. There we go. All right, I don't want to totally, look at how pretty, I love it, I love it. All right, we need to take this and we need to glue a stick. Something right there. All right, I need to be very careful with these. I don't want these to break, so I like to peel the tape. So I don't want to peel the words off, I want to peel the tape. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to do just little dabs because I don't want to get too much. I thought these were all separate. I'm glad they're not. But if you guys could hit the heart button, I would greatly appreciate it. Share it if you can. You can even share this in Messenger to your friends. Make sure you comment. Type the word window for today's keyword or to get this supply list. All right, I think that is going to be it for glue. Are you going to the game, Madison?
I don't know.
I'm all confused because I thought your dad just told me you were, but okay.
We weren't planning on it because we didn't have tickets that were next to you guys.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to, I should have done this before, but again, I forgot. I'm going to do a little bit of what is left on here. This is the hickory smoke. On there, just very light. I didn't put any extra on here, so I was just using what was left. Okay, I think we're ready to assemble. I'm super excited. Actually, I just want to do one more thing. I want to put some dark, oh, I need to put some silver on this guy. Normally I do that before, but I forgot. I want to put a little bit of ground espresso on the leaf so it will show up. And thank you so much. You are so sweet. I know I say this a lot, but I hesitate to do these painting projects because I never know how they're going to be perceived, because like, do people want to watch paint dry? I don't know. Like, I don't know. So I never know if people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to watch this. I just like the chalk stuff. Like, I should have done all of the distressing on this before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a wipe, or actually, let me see if I can use the, just so it's not so harsh. I should have done the distressing before. So I'm just, okay. Are you guys ready to see it all assembled? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is our window. This is our interchangeable window. So you could absolutely display these without the window. It does have that little notch. So, I mean, you could still stand it up, but you would just see that little notch on the bottom, but it's going to fit down in here. So I don't know if you remember, but the very first plate we put in there, there is a notch. So the very back, there is a notch, and this is going to set down in there. I want to make sure everything is dry so nothing sticks. So this fits down in that knot, that little notch, I guess. Yeah, that's what you call it, a notch. So you can see it fits down in there. Okay, so it fits, and then it just slides right down in there. And then, I can't do it backwards. Can't see it. Okay, so right there, it fits in there, in that little notch down there. And then this, right here, this is why you need all of these layers, okay? And then it's gonna go right there. And you're gonna slide it in. Hopefully there's not too much paint. What? Dibs on the fireman?
Yeah, should I show them my shirt?
You can show your shirt. So we're going, it's, what is it called? First Responders Night. So, it's backwards. Her shirt says dibs on the fireman.
That's great.
Hold on, guys.
I wonder how many people are going to say they love my shirt.
There we go. I just didn't want to like push it and have it break. Wait. All right, so there is the window. What do you guys think? So it says, hello, Autumn. I'm so sorry it is backwards. Look how cute, stinking cute is that? And then obviously when you do the next one, you would just pull this out, and then you can push this out, slide it out, put your next one in. I will probably just store all of these, like I said, in, can't see that, in like a little Rubbermaid kind of bin. So cute. There you go. Is our interchangeable window. You definitely want this. It is so stinking cute. Obviously you can paint your window whatever you want. You can stain it. I think it would be pretty stained with the Dixie Belle Voodoo stain. You could do it black, you could do it cream. I did mine white. I figured I like white. It will go with everything pretty much. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, you guys are so nice. You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. But I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful, safe Labor Day weekend if you're doing anything. She is beautiful. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. They said you're beautiful and they love your shirt. I've never even seen that shirt. I've heard you mention it.
I've worn it to bed.
To bed.
We're in public.
Yes, Robin, there are other inserts, and this is a fairly new insert and interchangeable. So as more come out, we will add more. But there are some spring ones. There's this one, obviously. There's a Christmas one. Let me see what else he has really quick. So this is in the section, it's called Window and Add-ons. There's a Sweet Summer Watermelon, there's America, so Americana, there's a coffee one, there's this one, there's a honey, sweet as honey, so there's a honey beehive. There is Baking Spirits Bright with a gingerbread, and then there's Merry Christmas with a Santa. So there's actually 2 Christmas ones so far. And that, like I said, there will be more that is added. But this one is so stinking cute.
Your mother is so cute.
Oh, you guys are so sweet. But you guys, look, now I have to go to the ball field, and I have literally like layers of glue. Like I'm gonna have to go get the acetone to get this off. People are gonna be like, what did she do today? I know. And then the glue, the super glue is over the paint, so the paint won't come off unless I get the super glue off. Oh, do you have your ring on?
Yeah, I do.
Isn't that pretty? She likes
It's like twisted right
she
now.
likes blingy things like her mom, so you know. But they had engagement pictures done last weekend,
Yeah.
so I'm like,
Saturday.
hopefully we get those back like really soon. Hopefully, so I can show you guys some sneak peeks. But all right, you guys, I gotta go get this off before we leave because we have to leave in like 20 minutes. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. If I take any pictures tonight at the game, I will post them. Thanks for watching, and type window in the comments and go grab yours. Bye.